And because what the MCU is going through right now, ever since after Endgame, it's been very mixed. There are some great ones, there are some disappointing ones. But I would agree with everyone, the MCU isn't the same as it was before. What is up, guys and MCU fans? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is On the Brinker, and today I'm reviewing the first MCU film that came out this year, and that film is Captain America: Brave New World. This movie is directed by Julius Onah and stars Anthony Mackie, Harrison Ford, Ramirez, Shira, Haas, Carl Lumbly, Tim Blake Nelson, and Giancarlo Esposito. And of course, guys, this is going to be a non-spoiler review. I'm not going to spoil any elements from Captain America: Brave New World. I'm just talking about my initial thoughts on the movie. You guys are completely safe here. Now, let's get on to this review. Sam Wilson finds himself in the middle of an international incident after meeting President Ross. He must soon discover the reason behind a global plot before the true mastermind has the entire world seeing red. Now, I just wanted to say before I get to my review of Captain America: Brave New World, I know it's been a while since I've done a movie review. It's because I've actually been on a trip to Thailand for a week. I took YouTube a little bit of a break. I forgot to mention my last review that I'm going to Thailand for a week, so that's why it's been a little bit long, but I have a couple of movies to review, guys, especially this movie. Finally, I'm reviewing Captain America: Brave New World, but I just want to say sorry, it's been a while since I have done my last video. Now, when it comes to Captain America: Brave New World, I was anticipating for this movie. It was my top 20 most anticipated movies of the year, but I'm starting to doubt my anticipation because of what this movie has been going through. It's been going through so many reshoots. 4 reshoots, the test screens haven't gone very, very well, so the movie has to do a lot of reshoots and all that stuff. And because what the MCU is going through right now, ever since after Endgame, it's been very mixed. There are some great ones, there are some disappointing ones. But I would agree with everyone, the MCU isn't the same as it was before. So I went into this movie with a bit of low expectations. Still excited for the movie, expecting at least a fun movie, but I still went into this movie with a bit of low expectations. And I gotta say, guys, this movie has been divisive like pretty much like every Marvel movie right now. Some people like this movie, some people didn't like this movie. I gotta say, guys, I enjoyed myself surprisingly with Captain America: Brave New World. Is this the top tier MCU film? No, this movie definitely has a lot of issues. But as a standard Marvel film, I thought this movie was pretty enjoyable in my opinion. And I think the biggest thing that I did love about Captain America: Brave New World is absolutely the cast. I think Anthony Mackie absolutely crushes it in this movie as Sam Wilson, as now known as Captain America. You definitely follow in his shoes in this film, trying to live up to Steve Rogers' name. And him during this movie, you root for him in this film, trying to find his own identity, being his own version of Captain America, while also trying to live up to Steve Rogers' name. And Anthony Mackie just has that likable screen presence, and I thought he does a really good job as the lead in this film. And him tackling Captain America during the action scenes and stuff, it's really well done. He still doesn't have the super soldiers here in the film, but he still kicks ass in this film. And I thought Anthony Mackie absolutely crushes it as Sam Wilson in this film. And of course, we have a recasting in this film, which is Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross. Before, it was William Hurt. Unfortunately, he passed away. But I just gotta say, before I get to Harrison Ford, rest in peace, William Hurt. You've been great in the MCU as General Ross and stuff. But now it's now replaced by Harrison Ford, which I think he does a great job in this film. I like that he doesn't try and copy William Hurt, basically, in the film. He plays his own version of General Ross in the film, and I would say there are some certain scenes in this film where you feel very emotional for Ross in this film, and Harrison Ford was fantastic in this film. Even though you can really tell that he doesn't want to be in this film at all, he gave it all he's got, and I thought he does a really good job in my personal opinion. And of course, seeing Red Hulk on the big screen, holy shit. Even though I would admit some of the effects on the Red Hulk could have been a little bit touched, I thought Red Hulk is really awesome to see on the big screen. They made Red Hulk terrifying in this film, which I love. They made Red Hulk basically the Hulk that I wanted to see throughout the entire MCU. No offense to what they did with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk with Professor Hulk and stuff, but I feel like that is not Hulk for me. I want to see Raging Hulk. I want to see the badass, angry Hulk, and we got that throughout Red Hulk in the film, and I thought Red Hulk is presented really well in this film. Also, the rest of the supporting cast is great in the film. Danny Ramirez especially, as Walking Taurus / New Falcon. I really liked him in this film. I thought his chemistry with Anthony Mackie presents a lot of great heart to the film. I would say some of his humor is a little bit flat in the film, but he's trying to be a fun character in the film, and throughout the entire film, I liked Walking Taurus. I think he's a very likable character, and I cannot wait to see him in the future of the MCU, but I think he has a great chemistry with Sam Wilson in the film. I liked him from Falcon Winter Soldier, and they definitely explore him a lot more in this film, and I thought he's a lot of fun in this film, especially when he is Falcon. He is awesome during the action scenes. But I gotta give this one credit to this one actor in this film, and as Carl Lumbly, as Isaiah Bradley in the film, I liked him in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought he's a very broken character, and we get to explore him a little bit more in this film. And if you have not seen Falcon Winter Soldier, I'm not going to spoil his character for you, but his character has a really sad and traumatic backstory, and it brings it all back to this film. And you just can't help feeling very sympathy for this guy. And he also has a really good heart-to-heart chemistry with Sam Wilson in the film. And there are parts in the film where I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy, can he get a break? I just gotta give credit to Carl Lumbly's performance in the film. I thought he does a really great job in the film. Also, the action scenes in this film is a lot of fun. There were a couple of action scenes that feel a little bit jump cut, but throughout the most part, the action scenes are very intense. They filmed very, very well, especially the ocean action scene. That scene was freaking awesome in this film. Just seeing the Falcon just fly around using his shield and stuff, being his own Captain America during these action scenes with a vibranium wingsuit, it's awesome to see on the big screen. Definitely the action is one of the biggest standouts of Captain America Brave New World. I thought the action scenes are filmed very, very well. And yes, this film is also a political thriller film, spy espionage thriller film, like Captain America the Winter Soldier is. I wouldn't say this movie is as dark as Captain America the Winter Soldier is, but I thought the political aspect is also really well done in the film. And I think one of my biggest positives is absolutely the pacing. There's not a single moment where the film feels very slow for me and very boring. I didn't feel bored at all. I was invested throughout the entire majority of the film. You're definitely into Sam Wilson's shoes here, and that's what's the standout for me. I wouldn't consider this as a spoiler because I think everyone knows that this is also sort of a hidden sequel to The Incredible Hulk, which I was really surprised about, because The Incredible Hulk is still an MCU film, and they proved that in this film. They're really trying to make us say, yes, The Incredible Hulk is important to the MCU, and I really appreciate that in this film. It is sort of a hidden sequel to The Incredible Hulk, especially some surprises in the film where I'm like, yeah, in a way, this is a sequel to Incredible Hulk that happens to be a Captain America movie, which I really do love about this film. But this is definitely not a top-tier MCU film. Captain America Brave New World definitely has its issues. And I would say one of my biggest issues with Captain America Brave New World is absolutely the story. Now, the story I was following throughout the film throughout the most part. But this movie, you can really tell it's gone through so many reshoots, especially towards the plot, because there is a lot of storylines happening in this film. Some of the storylines where I'm like, that is awesome, but they didn't really bring all that back. There's a lot of things happening in Captain America Brave New World to the point where it gets a little bit messy. It does follow this one plot along, but there's also some other side plots that I felt like, yeah, these side plots are interesting. I wish it could have been much more developed. I was watching this movie with my friend, and he whispered to me saying, is it just me that this film feels a little bit rushed when it comes to the plots? I absolutely agree. This movie's not even that long of a film. It's literally 2 hours and 50 minutes long, and they're trying to develop so many plots into one movie, and it makes this film completely messy overall. Still, I was following, wasn't bored throughout the movie, but definitely the storyline and plots could have been much more extended. Maybe this movie could have been much longer. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the pacing is just a little bit short. But there are definitely a lot of storylines to the film. And there's also some specific characters that do not need to be in this film whatsoever. Like Giancarlo Esposito. He didn't need to be in this film at all. And I was disappointed because I love Giancarlo Esposito. I loved him in a lot of films. But his character is just completely wasted in this film overall. He's just another side plot for Sam Wilson to go up against. That's literally about it. He didn't need to be in this film at all. If his character was cut out of the film wouldn't make any difference whatsoever. And even characters like Tim Blake Nelson, which I'm not going to spoil, I just gotta say, Tim Blake Nelson is just, man, in the film, he has something to do with the plot, but I just felt like his character's pretty generic overall. I just felt like he's very one-dimensional in this film. And also there are some characters that I wish they could have explored a lot more as well. Like Shira Haas's character. I thought her character is badass in the film. She might be the next Black Widow in the MCU. She's kind of like Black Widow environment too, where her character isn't explored that much, but she does have a chance to shine in the film. But I wish her character could have been much more explored in this film. But guys, despite from the critics of this film, honestly, overall, Captain America Brave New World is not that bad. I really enjoyed myself within this movie. It's not the best MCU movie, but I would say this. It made me interested in what they're doing towards the future of the MCU, because this movie kind of is the movie that kind of brings the MCU forward of what's going to happen with the Avengers movies coming. And I was interested. I was interested in where it's going to go. But I gotta say, Captain America Brave New World is at least a fun movie. I thought Anthony Mackie does a great job as Sam Wilson / Captain America. Harrison Ford does a great job replacing William Hurt as President Ross in the film. The action scenes are fantastic in the film. The political thrill aspect was invested for the most part. I do wish the story could have been much more smooth and fixed, because there's so many storylines that could have been more developed in this film. You can really tell this film going through so many reshoots, but for the presentation we got, I still enjoyed myself with Captain America Brave New World. It's at least a fun movie. Not boring, pretty well paced throughout the most part, but definitely with those flaws aside that I wish the movie could have been a little bit better, I gotta say for Captain America Brave New World, definitely go see this film at a matinee price. But it's a matinee price that I recommend. I still recommend guys see Captain America Brave New World and get your own opinion out of. So guys, that is my review for Captain America Brave New World. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.